Hello everyone, I'm Aisha, and you are tuned in to the 688th episode of our Here and Now podcast. Today, we bring you the latest buzz from the insurance industry. So let's dive right in. Our first story today from the Economic Times focuses on the government's plan to safeguard India's trade flows through conflicted waters in West Asia. With global reinsurers pulling back amid the Iran war, shipping cargo through high-risk zones like the Strait of Hormuz has become both costlier and riskier. To address this, the Finance Ministry is considering a dedicated fund that would act as a backstop, enabling domestic insurers to provide war risk cover with government-backed reinsurance support. The proposed facility could be modelled on the Marine Cargo Excluded Territories pool created in 2022 during the Russia-Ukraine conflict, which was managed by GIC Re. Industry stakeholders, including exporters and shipping lines, have long advocated for such a mechanism, and discussions suggest the fund could be around 1,000 crore rupees, potentially covering crude oil shipments as well. Officials emphasize that the final structure and size will depend on regional developments and a reopening of critical trade routes. This move highlights India's proactive effort to ensure continuity of cover for India-bound cargo, reinforcing resilience in maritime trade even as global insurers withdraw from war risk zones. Our next story today from The Hindu highlights a major initiative by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, IRDAI. The regulator has announced the creation of 5 strategic working groups to tackle key challenges in health insurance and lay out a roadmap for reforms. Each group will be co-chaired by leaders from both the healthcare and insurance sectors, with a focus on improving penetration, enhancing transparency, and strengthening the overall patient experience. These groups, set to begin work in April for a duration of 2 to 4 months, will examine long-standing operational gaps and coordination issues between insurers and healthcare providers. Their recommendations are expected to serve as a reference model for future industry standards and regulatory frameworks, aligning the interests of insurers, hospitals, and consumers. The move signals IRDAI's intent to foster greater collaboration and efficiency in the health insurance ecosystem, ultimately making coverage more accessible and patient-friendly. Moving on to our final story from the Hindu business line, Lloyd's of London, the world's leading insurance and reinsurance marketplace, is preparing to establish operations in Gujarat International Finance Tech City, GIFT City. This marks a significant step in positioning India's IFSC as a regional hub for cross-border reinsurance. The proposal, currently under review by IFSCA, involves setting up a statutory corporation authorized under the 2021 regulations, with capital remitted from Lloyd's London headquarters. Lloyd's, renowned for underwriting complex risks across shipping, aviation, energy, and catastrophe insurance, is expected to deepen GIFT City's access to global underwriting capital and strengthen its risk management capabilities. Experts point out that while contracts may be signed in Gujarat, disputes are often resolved abroad in London or Singapore, reflecting the layered nature of cross-border reinsurance. GIFT City is already attracting global players, with Zurich-based Eco Reinsurance recently receiving approval to open a branch. Firms from South Korea, the UK, Singapore, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Kazakhstan are also lining up, underscoring GIFT City's growing importance on the global reinsurance map. And with that, we conclude today's episode. We hope you found these in-depth updates helpful and insightful. As always, our podcast, Here and Now, will continue to bring you more such stories from the world of insurance. Until then, take care, goodbye, and have a great week.